Bueno, para los que ven esto en YouTube, esto está siendo grabado re tarde porque yo recién llego. Y juega Colombia contra Corea. Por ejemplo, Liv ya saben que es buenísimo jugando. Chillo es uno de los mejores defensores que tuvo. Defensores, soportes, como quieran llamar. En la Overwatch League. Y ahorita estamos de regreso en la Copa. La final se juega en la BlizzCon de este año. Entonces nada, pues esperemos que le den muy bien. Lip es buenísimo, por ejemplo, con sombra. Como un momentito de cambiar a Ranger. Rey por Winston podría valerla.
Sparkle is the only person who can beat Sparkle. We've seen that in the past within the Overwatch League, but that's going to be a pretty good.
Y se mantienen los combos de DPS. High ground, como siempre, para hacer push. Lev ya tiene ulti. Oh. Bueno, por lo que me di cuenta, Colombia perdió en control. Así podremos verlo después.
Yeah, they've let him escape, and it's interesting to get a look at the Sombra for the first time.
Porque, moco chinos. Pesado, Corea es pesado. Y mira, una cosa, se ven todos. Nunca había escuchado a Filter, la verdad. Buena ventana, esa ventana estuvo buena. La bomba no creo que la coloque ahí. Gran hackeo para May. Nah, ya Alonso tiene que cambiarse a Rain.
Yeah, Hug just falls first as soon as they lose all that healing. There's just no way they can stand up to the amount of damage.
Defender en ese mapa es jodido.
They've got him trapped in this old spawn.
Uh-oh. Colombia, they're really good at running away though.
Yeah,
Team South Korea, it's a game of cat and mouse, and they're on the hunt. And they managed to lose Fielder somehow, and Hanbin will be forced to use self-destruct if he wants another life. And still is killing people in pilot form, so Team South Korea just can't be stopped.
They're just too dominant. They just put out so much damage, and their pre-existing synergy of when they used to play together in the Overwatch League is really coming through. And now Colombia, they do have ultimates. We have Happy Alonso with the Earth Shadow.
Pero además que no sé si Jesna está participando para Arabia Saudita. Creo que Arabia no pasó.
Colombia were able to just take initiative at the start of this map, but they run right into the EMP.
Casi tenía ulti Sparky. Perfectamente puede ser un 4K. Pero es que porque Alonso mantiene a Reinhardt. ¿Por qué? Super Gómez es bueno.
Colombia fall yet again.
Yeah, just all of their ultimates just a little wrong. The sound barrier just doesn't save Happy Alonso. The Shadow not really finding the value. Now the desperation.
Es que ya le pueden mitigar las dos de estas.
Colombia managed to touch in South Korea.
The rush is a problem.
Re-engage with the Kitsune rush. The May wall only slows them down. You gotta hope that this blizzard from Trevor comes online soon. But Team South Korea are killing them, and they've even pushed them on.
3 minutos 40. Es como si Colombia no hubiera hecho un Q.
Will ring in.
And for a lot of our new viewers, there's a lot of reason why, you know, a lot of us analysts have been hyping up Team South Korea just because of, as a region, they've been some of the strongest Overwatch players in the world.
Para que ustedes tengan que atacar en 3 minutos.
Colombia, they were good in the qualifiers to get into this group stage. They went 5-0 in their group, but so far, even against South Korea playing a composition that you would say is not technically meta, unless you're trying to be a K-pop group, then Colombia just still can't even hold up to that, and that's the shit power of South Korea, because Colombia, they're doing the right things.
Porque si no es literalmente botar la partida. Tiene demasiados counter.
I think the true crime is that Mercy is not part of the Seraphim, the skins. You imagine? We'd be having like 300k viewers if that was the case.
Ah, Winston. Ve que si se puede usar a Winston. Drummer va a usar a Tracer. Sombra. Falta Night Brigitte. Vuelve la Vargas, literal.
She's so cute. And I'm glad that she saved everyone from the car crash by using her mech to lift up the van. Because, you know, we just almost kind of drove into the ocean there, but honestly, so thanks, Kiriko.
My biggest issue with the entire music video is the tracer recall doesn't work like that. That's not lore accurate.
So true.
And, you know, I feel like someone needs to step in when these types of things happen.
So how do you forget your tickets to the concert? That's probably the most expensive thing in the world. But Colombia, they can rely on at least attending this point. We'll see if South Korea have enough in them to full hold like
como vaya hacia el hackeo.
Now Colombia have made their way to the top right.
Agron para hacer un poco de push, muy bien.
And Sabra is much more difficult to play. You're gonna see her die a lot.
Fielder, oh my god.
Colombia, they can hold hands and spawn.
Oh, Fielder's just taking names right now.
Clean, eso fue un pesca bastante limpio.
Happy Alonso is going to find it very difficult to play Winston into this composition from South Korea, and that's why
ya volvió a Reinhardt.
Swaps over to the Reinhardt. They can play together, potentially they
can ya volvieron al mismo grupo de PS.
South Korea holding Colombia at bay. Here's the teleport from Colombia to get to the top right. And a lot of speed being used. Happy Alonso, though, wants to play conservatively, hold the shield up as much as he can, and he can't keep South
Oh!
Stick from Lip. Say goodbye to Colombia.
And that was just once again Colombia.
Bueno, lo de Lip, papá, lo de Lip. Bueno, no, Lip, baja de los pantalones si quieres, papá.
Delivers it to the rest of his team.
Marico.
Strategy from Colombia, though. They punish Chio. They're doing the right things. It's just
parce. Uy, le quedó encima.
Good ice block, good shield from Happy Alonso. Now changing up the strategy. Colombia want to go through this left side to have as much cover as possible. Also choose a route that will
Pap tiene ventana, o sea que puede ser un
at least for the moment. Kitsune Rush is available for Fielder. This could be what kicks off the fight. Colombia gonna want to teleport to that top right side again. They see Hanbin there, hoping to use an Ant Matrix too. Kitsune Rush plus EMP. Colombia are just trying to touch the point. They're all so low. And Team South Korea are hunting them down one by one. And the Ant Matrix still not enough to even get a single kill.
Just walking into the trap from Sparkle as soon as they tried.
Es que lo que es Lip es tremendo DPS.
Potentially might have been the biggest immortality field I've ever seen in my life from Hug, but they just couldn't get the health bars back up there. And now with a minute 30 remaining, Colombia still coming up.
Es que Reinhardt, parce, Reinhardt tiene más. Reinhardt tiene a Diva. Reinhardt tiene a Sombra. O sea, tiene de todos los counters. Aparte, Chillo juega muy bien, bro.
Through this whole defense, Colombia, are they going to change their comp? They're working up to some ultimates, so probably not.
They have to hold on to it. They need to hope that these ultimates are going to be enough.
Eso es humillante.
Find a way to get the engagement in their favor. Hug almost gets one clip by Lip there, and that's a great pick.
Lip caído es bastante buena ventaja.
Apply pressure to South Korea, but be careful because you know there's going to be pressure. Great TP from Colombia getting towards this point, not allowing Korea to pick them off on the.
Ahora sí, Metra, necesitamos que coloque todos los.
Not even a first tick. Okay, there it is. Hanbin was trying to contest.
Todas las torretas en el punto.
Colombia being all too patient with their ultimates. They should have taken an initiative like we like them to do
¿Qué hizo
Mix? But it came in too late. Didn't save Drummer, and now things are in shambles. Team South Korea with the rally gets shattered down by Happy Alonso, and Team South Korea, they thrive in this chaos, and Colombia are still trying to get.
Lip otra vez está caído, pero ya cae. No, parce.
But Colombia only got 57%, which won't be enough. Colombia got a hope to touch around the corner. Is this Lucio Bixby who's getting hacked and shoved out by Hanbin? It was a blizzard from. No, it actually got.
Away.
EMP'd.
Insult to
¿Y la bomba?
For Colombia, and just not able to stand up against South Korea. Just showing a masterclass of Overwatch at the highest level in Colombia. You know, you can see them themselves. There's a couple of smiles on their faces.
Es que lo que les digo, o sea,
to play against the players of the caliber of South Korea.
¿Por qué jugar Reinhardt? ¿Por qué? No tiene sentido.
I'm glad that Team South Korea are showing us a new meta. The
Yeah.
Le Seraphim meta, I'm so down. I don't know how this will go
2-0.
at the main event, but Team South Korea continue to be the team to beat. And man, they really did beat down Colombia too, even going to the spawn room doors, not letting them get out, constantly flanking them. And that's something that Colombia really struggled with.
Yeah, and when you have players with such individual confidence like South Korea, you see like Hugs is walking out of spawn, surrounded by the rest of his team, and then he almost gets one clipped by the Tracer of Lip. And that's how do you deal with that? How do you handle that? And you just don't at that end of the day. And Colombia, you have to hope that you go on to better matches, right? You will always
Claro, es que tienen que estar ya preparados.
move on to the next ones because
Ya
you
de
need to
haber
win the next
sabido
two
todo lo
matches,
que va a pasar,
otherwise
eso era
you're
lo que
not
deben tener en cuenta.
I'm just looking forward to seeing just how the representation of South America goes.
No estoy en vivo ahorita, las
Still,
cosas no
they're
estoy en vivo
looking
porque no alcancé, o sea,
good.
yo
Of
recién llegué a
course,
casa literal.
team we just casted,
10 minutos duró el
like
combate,
Colombia,
casi 11 minutos.
also put on a good show today. I don't think they were going to put
Es
it
que lo
down
que fue
against
Liv.
South Korea, but
Liv haciendo
probably against a
ese
fellow
trique estuvo
competition. It'll be
decente.
exciting to see just how
Para
South
darle un
America
buen
highlight
tiempo a
themselves.
Corea.
This Team Brazil have been exciting to see before, but I'm excited to also hear from the desk, who are, I'm sure, very happy with their predictions. So let's hear from them.
Thank you so much, Costa and Lemon.
Y les toca
South
desde
Korea
casa, ya
rolling
era
out
hora.
to the Seraphim com and making everyone
Scott.
out there very happy. It worked out pretty well for them as well. So, you know, will they use it against teams which may be a little tougher to beat? Probably not. Are we happy to have seen it?
Come on.
Absolutely.
Come on.
They do not have to, Danny.
It's
Do not speak
gonna
this
be the
into
new meta.
existence.
It's gonna be the
Okay.
Seraphim meta.
No.
Alright,
Highlights, veamos un poco lo que fue la primera ronda.
We're gonna roll out like
Porque no la vi.
What a squad, what a squad. According to gold players, there is.
Okay.
Source, I'm a gold player.
I apologize. Okay.
Ah, bueno, Sparky.
That's okay. I'll
Ah,
forgive
bueno.
you. And I feel like Colombia also forgives South Korea for the absolute beatdown that they just got handed. Because quite frankly, if you looked at the player cams, Colombia players were
Hola.
happy.
They're happy to be
That
there.
was
They're
the
like, hey,
spirit,
we tried, you know?
I
We
know,
gave
they
it
were
our
still
best.
like,
Ah,
they
bueno.
exchanged the fist bumps, they had smiles on their face. They were able to
Ah, estuvo dominante entonces.
That's the spirit. That's what I want to see in the Overwatch World
Sí,
Cup.
sí,
It is a
empezó muy
competition,
bueno.
yes, but it's a friendly competition. It's so fun to be able to measure up against some of the greats of the industry. We have so many star players, which a lot of those players in various different teams, they don't usually get to play against them. Be that because they're in different regions or just, you know, on a different, don't want to say skill level, but that's kind of what it is, right? So this is a great
Bomba.
opportunity.
You gotta set your expectations right, and I feel like
Yeah.
Colombia did that in this series. Look, if you're like an aspiring pro player,
Lip
or,
es
you know,
tremendo.
you're trying to compete even in tier 2 or whatever, like getting to play a team.
Finlandia le
like
ganó a
is still,
México.
like,
Ah, no, no
huge
jugaba. No,
honor
sí.
Or like opportunity because like as you said, like you don't get to play these players that often. So just being able to play them, even though you know you're most likely to lose and it's gonna look pretty bad, that's a great opportunity. So. Colombia, they set their expectations
Canadá
right.
y Brasil
Obviously,
perdieron.
that's not their opponent to beat here in Group A. They have
Que
to
sí
look
es de
towards
ser sí Arabia
Mexico, okay?
Saudita, ¿no?
Absolutely. So here you can
No
take a
jugaba.
look at the groups with the current standings.
España.
We did get to see a lot of
España la
great
tiene complicada,
competitive
China,
Overwatch, I
Hong
feel
Kong
like today. I
y
think there are a lot of
Tailandia.
teams
Y creo
which
que en
really
China y Hong
impressed
Kong que
us,
están los que
which
serán en la
really
Orgas
showed
League.
up, and some of them not as expected.
Por ejemplo,
And a lot
jugadores
of them,
Poker
if you look
Face
at the score,
y
like the way
Pantera.
Brazil played today. Yes, they lost, but it was a quality loss. So it actually showed that they can hang. They did play very close. They did exceed expectations in a lot of the way they performed today. And of course,
que no sé qué le pasa a Super Gómez, Madrid.
in a pretty convincing fashion. They looked so good, so cohesive. The synergy was there and a lot of individual talent, which just made it so very exciting. So I am looking forward to so much more of that, as this was just day one. But that means that we have some takeaways, right? What did we learn? What excited us? What made us happy? Danny, you go first.
What made me happy? You guys all know it. We love K-pop. K-pop's the new meta. The Seraphim meta. I think that's how Lemon called it. I just love it. I think that's the perfect name. You know, with the release of the collab and now the Team Korea, you know, with K-pop idols. You know,
Ese hack
their
son
Team
muy
South
buenos.
Korea sort of like, you know, go hand in hand. They're like promoting them at the same time.
Claro,
But
fue
it
por
was,
Lucio.
you know,
Lucio era
at the end of the day,
bastante
I guess
clave.
my big takeaway is that South Korea, yes, they can play anything, and they will still beat the opponent. They're that good.
Yeah. Look, I mean, they're playing Mexico later this week, right? Maybe they'll bring it out again.
Bring it back.
Oh,
Yeah, bring it
100%.
back.
Please, Team South Korea. Like,
Do it for the people.
I'll be so sad if this is the last time we saw the list of
No,
comp.
ain't no way. Ain't no way.
I think there are more times that we're gonna see this in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they have what it takes to commit to the bids. Now, Johnny, what was your personal highlight of day one?
Look, I only got one prediction wrong today, and it was Great Britain. I underestimated Great Britain, okay? And I promise I won't do it again.
Kai es bueno.
Played a great online our very first
Seeker.
day here supporting
Seeker y
the
Cramson están jugando.
And so I think that Great Britain, this is one of those
Uy,
teams
va a tocar
that-
Berkana, va a tocar
all these
Berkana.
players, you know, some of them were rookies here in the World Cup, but the coaching staff as well. You got Tasmo, of course, as a staff member of this team, but then you also have Christopher with all the experience, you know, competing at the highest level in Overwatch before. So I'm not sleeping on Great Britain. If there's going to be a recipe for, you know, advancing far in the World Cup and making it deep into the playoffs, Great Britain, they'll probably like discover the recipe. Like they'll probably just find the technology. They'll develop their strats. All right, so they'll get there. I have faith in the coaching staff and the players, of course, to make it deep. So Great Britain, I'm not sleeping on them moving forward.
Is this because Tasma called you out on socials?
No, actually, I didn't even interact with the tweet. I was just like, well, you get this every
like,
time.
oh.
You get used to it. You can't ever be right, okay? I tried to pander to
Este trío de comentaristas es buenísimo.
Great Britain, they come at me like there's no winning. There's no winning. I try
It's
to make
alright.
everyone happy. It can't make everyone
You
happy.
can't.
Sorry.
That's true. Lemon
Try.
also she led you astray with
Yeah,
this
she
one.
did. I
because
blame it.
No, I-
Blame it on
during our
Lemon.
rehearsals, you did say Great Britain is going to take it, and then you flopped. So Lemon,
Yeah.
big shout out
Shouldn't
right
have flopped.
there.
Shouldn't.
have flopped. Sometimes the flop just ain't worthy.
Quiero ver si puedo ver la
I was
repetición.
just about to say, sometimes it is that, 'cause the Japan
Ay, quiero ver la
prediction
repetición de lo
was
que fue la
some big
primera.
stuff, and they're definitely one of the teams which really impressed. And if we're looking at the groups
Déjame
overall,
yo reviso la.
coming into this, we had a clear idea of what teams we think are going to come out on top of each group, but honestly, based on some of the
Kufa,
performances we got
Virus
to see
Locan,
today,
Anda
that may
Nahel,
have changed.
Nail,
I do think that especially
Niles,
group
Pinko.
D for me is now wide open. Like,
Ok, esperen.
yes, we still consider them the favorite.
Vamos a bajarle a este.
We know that team has a lot of synergy. We know they have a lot of really great players. France, they looked a bit frazzled. Japan, however, looked really, really good. So
Sí, lo sé, me falta mutearme acá.
Now with a minute 30 remaining, Colombia
Y quiero ver el de Colombia.
tight and you
Yeah, I also. Let's go, South.
Ah, nadie creía en Colombia. Nadie creía en Colombia, o sea. Me salió los resultados de las predicciones y nadie creía en Colombia. Ah, bueno.
the best countries in the
Yeah, especially on mecha base first.
A ver, déjeme yo quito esto. Y quito esto como para que ustedes tengan mejor lado para ver. Déjeme yo quito esto, lo
I would say
corro
the
así.
best region being Brazil when it comes to South America. Colombia, Argentina have been up there, but they are players, they are people that play with so much fire in their soul, and it's great.
Y ese
to
punto
see
es
them here.
bacano.
They're going to be on the Orisa, which we'll see if the
O sea, de
Spurs will be
Busan
enough to
solo
lock
vamos a
out
este
here.
punto.
So Colombia is going to want to move together as a unit, play tight, and utilize the healing of the Lucio and the Baptiste, while Korea, they're just going to be looking to find individual picks.
Fiarles es cero tanque. No lo nieguen, Fiarles es buenísimo como
Backline of
tanque.
South Korea just sort of rotating around, but Hug is the first one to fall to fielder.
The backline evaporates and sparkles behind
No,
them with his
bueno.
signature hero, so that's when you know that
2K.
Korea is just not messing around. And with a flawless
Te parece que es
first
como
fight at
3K.
bat, South Korea will get the cap first.
Yeah, South Korea absolutely not messing around with this composition, playing it flawlessly. Colombia just weren't even close to closing the distance into the South Korean roster.
¿Han empezado? No.
Someone fall and Drumming is
Vamos a
gonna
hacer
switch
esto.
over to the
Vamos a
side
hacer esto.
themselves, maybe give themselves a little bit of an off angle, put some more pressure
Y
out, but
regresan
they have to get
en...
out of these doors
No, no
fast.
sé cuánto.
Okay, trying to juke and go through the
No
opposite
sé si ya se
lane,
acabó, pero no
running
creo.
after
Era
that.
mejor de 3 antes.
Already sees that fire coming, so disengages. That's a big anti-jump
No,
by
pero
Fielder.
mira cómo tienen a...
Charging in, it's Sparkle
Con
over
razón
Juke,
ese 3K.
tossing as Colombia are just living through a nightmare.
Eso fue un 4K.
Charissa ult, and
Bro,
Korea
recién me cuenta que eso fue un
wiped the floor with them.
5K porque
Yeah,
Fielder
South
también
Korea
tuvo
and Sparkle
asistencia.
specifically doing a great job, going very early, stuffing Colombia
No,
in.
pero
Once
ese es el
Sparkle
problema
got
de
that
hacer esos
terror
group
surge,
ups
it
ahí.
was over. There's nothing Colombia can do, stuck in a small room. So now South Korea with only one ultimate able to win another team fight as Colombia tries the same door once again.
It's crazy that the first ultimate in the game is Sparkle, of course, when he does that much work in the back line. Colombia will have to watch their backs, but now they're watching the high ground, looking at Sparkle up there, forcing flight out. Fearless can jump up from behind. He's got the nano too. Drummer's got his best sneakers.
La verdad es que lo tienes que bien usar. Ah, ya lo usó.
Behind him, and he's gonna pay dearly for that. Super Gomez on the Sarissa has been looking in front, just frontlining, bulldozing everything, but not really looking at the flankers. South Korea,
Con el aim que tiene Soldier.
Yeah, we did just
Marica,
see
es
Chio
por
fall, but
fácil.
it feels like Fearless has an invisibility cloak on as he's just running down Drummer on the Soldier. Because they can't spend their time wasting shooting at the Doomfist because there's
Porque no-
too much
porque no
damage
spamea en
coming up from
DC.
the Echo and the Soldier. So Colombia is playing it correctly, they just haven't been able to execute, and that's
No,
it's going to be
jodas que no van a
difficult
lograr
against the
tomar el
players of
punto al
South Korea.
menos.
They're just putting out so much damage. Now 93% and counting, ultimates coming up for Colombia. This
I got you in my sight.
You lost
Va
your
una.
healer immediately. The south air of Mixby evaporates, and Colombia didn't even have a chance to use their ultimates before the fight was
pasó?
just gone. You have
Murió
to
con
try
la
and
ult.
bait South Korea towards you with the blizzard, but South Korea just won with range damage only.
¿Otro mapa?
And now it's what
Sí.
Shio's
Ah,
sitting
claro,
back.
era mejor de
Chio,
tres.
way to drag the team down. 100
Ah,
to
pues no.
0 ends for South Korea on Mega Base.
Hey, Chio's just giving Colombia a little bit of confidence, you know?
Y sí, les presento mi... Ah, no, ¿ustedes no lo alcanzan a ver? No, no, en mi barra de tareas, pero ahí salían los programas que yo uso para trabajar. Y sí, si lo preguntan, por eso es que no les traigo contenido, porque tengo mucho trabajo. No, no. Colombia ni siquiera tocó el punto. Es lo peor de todo. Güey, ¿no tiene Colombia un refuerzo en tanque? ¿En serio? Creo que ellos serían... No, a ver si estaba poco para Francia.
Was just how fast South
Sí, yo me
Korea
bueno
are playing.
con-
Colombia have to be ready to counter rotate, which we saw
Hombre.
some inklings of on Mecha Base.
Mix
But now
with
on
Baus y...
Sanctuary, they'll have to do
Wait,
even more
pero
running,
¿por
which
qué vas a
I'm
estar
sure that's why
Eliari?
Drummer is on the soldier to begin with, but with Cersei on the
Ahorita-
map, who were you hoping
¿Cómo es que dice
to
Iliari
isolate?
con su ulti?
Especially this blizzard. Is it
Face
gonna
the
have to have
sunrise,
a hold
that's
war,
sleep.
Or is it gonna be towards Fearless? Can you even get
Empezar,
close to
todavía no.
Feather and Shio? For now, the battle of the hit scans on the pack
Y yo que
side.
pensaba que Iliari iba a ser meta. Ah, bueno.
Switches over to the Ilari to sort of give
Ah,
themselves
bueno.
more damage. They're trying to play slow, but Fearless sniffs out that flank, and as soon as he heads over there to help out Lip, there's just nothing that the Colombian squad can do, and that's going to be a decisive first fight win for South Korea.
At least Colombia got in the right position on the pack side, but yeah, Lip versus Drummer, that is a tough matchup to go up against.
Oh, I think there's a lot of tough matchups when you face this South Korea squad. They have the best support.
Thanks
line
for
in the world.
watching. O sea que sí se
Best
acabó.
DPS players in the line.
Colombia cerró con derrota, en
Fearless
serio.
and Hanbin,
Ay, Dios mío.
a storied tank duo in
Pues
the
sí se
past of
acabó.
Overwatch 1 to face off against. There is no
1-0, 0-0, 1-0.
Ooh, Hug and Mixby are just dead.
Eso es Arabia.
I didn't even see where they were. I think they were
0-1,
trying to stay in
1.
LOS of Super Gomez, who obviously wants
Sí,
to
se
play
acabó.
aggressive
No,
and
no,
make
no, no
space,
reclamé
of
muchos
course,
drops.
but
F.
South Korea are just not letting them breathe at all.
Yeah, they're just being so oppressive, and that's why Colombia did switch over to this Doomfist, trying to give themselves some more
Bueno,
space.
retrocedámoslo un
Maybe
poquito
play
porque
a
me
little bit
perdí.
faster.
Hit scans on the pack side, but Drummer is gone.
Mixv switches over to the Ilari to sort of give themselves more damage. They're trying to play slow, but Fearless sniffs out that flank, and as soon as he heads over there to help out Lip, there's just nothing that the Colombian squad can do, and that's going to be a decisive first fight win for South Korea.
At least Colombia got in the right position on the pack side, but yeah, Lip versus
Creo
Drummer,
que
that
es
is a tough
Sleepy
matchup to go up against.
Sparky.
I think there's a lot of tough
Da
matchups
miedo
when
ese
you face
combo.
the South Korea squad. They have the best support line in the world. They have the best DPS players in the world, and they have Fearless and Hanbin, a storied tank duo in the past of Overwatch 1 to face off against. There is no easy matchup against this South Korean roster.
Ooh, Hug and Mixby are just dead, and I didn't even see where they were. I think they were trying to stay in LOS of Super Gomez, who obviously wants to play aggressively to make the space, of course, but South Korea are just not letting them breathe at all.
No jodas que ni siquiera van a tomar el punto en serio.
Colombia did switch over to this Doomfist, trying to give themselves some more space. Maybe can play a little bit faster. Just need to try and keep their backline alive. You can see how far away Hug has to play. They're just so terrified of stepping up into the trap of South Korea.
Right, Colombia managed to sneak through the right side, but Super Gomez is taking a lot of damage. Reconnecting there with Hog is a good start. Not getting first blooded is good.
Le pegaron a Tracer.
Tracer.
Ah, Dios, Fearless.
Super Gomez gets punched off as he was trying to LOS away, and Fearless meteor strikes into the supports. South Korea are relentless.
Qué diferencia.
Silver lining- Whoa.
Y se la pone Ana. Eso es humillante, pero es chistoso. No, creo que ni siquiera toman el punto.
Okay, Mixby is still missing, so Hog is the only healer, and the Nano maybe could have been
Ah,
threatened
no,
to
no, pues
Super
Liv,
Gomez while he was
el
just
choque con Breeze lo detiene
but
también.
If Colombia's supports can't leave spawn, there's a bigger problem to address.
Yeah, and that's the problem is they can't even get into a clean fight. Hug's just in a corner against the Nano Fearless Doomfist. 95% and counting. Is anyone gonna
Soy
even
yo
be able
o
to get close
Jubo
to
todo el
touch?
slip con
Doesn't seem
Doomfist
like it.
teniéndolo al
South
frente.
Korea, easy as it can be for them.
200-0. And
Wait, espera. A ver, a ver si entendí bien. Me estás diciendo que Colombia no logró ni siquiera capturar el punto en el primer mapa, ni siquiera en las dos oportunidades que tuvieron. Y tampoco lograron obtener el punto en el segundo. O sea, eso fue una. Eso fue humillante. Es que había un jugador que por ahí entendí que no podía ir. No me acuerdo cuál fue, pero sí me di cuenta. Qué dolor, güey. Es que era de esperar si iba a estar Lip y Chayo. Por ahí ve a Lip y a Chayo jugando juntos. Esos manes estuvieron practicando y todo para esto, pero bueno. Tengo que mirar más la cámara que está acá. No haciendo más. Perdón por tener el canal secundario abandonado. Yo sé que les debo mucho contenido. Tengo contenido, pero no tengo miniaturas. Y no puedo hacer las miniaturas porque tengo mucho trabajo. Entiéndanme. No, tengo mucho trabajo. De hecho, puede salir hasta TikTok la reacción que es que la triple kill de Lip. Güey, la triple. Si ustedes hacen una triple pump con Tracer, ustedes abren demasiado tiempo. Ustedes ganan demasiado tiempo. Y más, si ustedes son los que defienden. Ya que a que esos tres vuelvan, baila. No sé si estoy bien, pero creo que Lip. No, el que haya usado Lip fue Tracer. Sería Spark el que hackeó el cosito este del campo de inmortalidad de Baptiste y toma sus triple kills. Pero es que todos reunidos ahí, parce, si tú ves un grupito ahí y tienes un Nova Tracer, ahí tienes su play of the game. No haciendo más, espero les haya gustado el video. Pues sí, si me gustas, compartan, suscríbanse. La Overwatch League creo que no dura como muchas semanas. ¿Cuándo es la BlizzCon? No sé cuándo es la BlizzCon. Por ahí vi que la final es en la BlizzCon. Entonces, no haciendo más, espero les haya gustado el video. Pues sí, si me gustas, compartan, suscríbanse. Y voy a traer más contenido de Overwatch. Les prometo eso. Más contenido de Overwatch y más contenido de Masters. Pero todo a su tiempo. Tiempo al tiempo dicen por ahí. Nada más. Nos vemos en el próximo video.